Ah, greetings, one and all. I'm trying to ascertain who's all watching here. We have 3 people and no comments, so please show yourselves. This one could get messy, very messy. Just to give you some background, Mrs. 88 and I went for lunch to see her old school friends. And we got there to this Korean restaurant, and they said to me, "Oh, P. Dean, do you want to drink with us?" I'm like, "Hell yeah." So they ordered all this beer and soju, and they poured them, shared them around. And I saw they were sipping away, and I'm gulping. And I said, "What's going on here?" I said, "Oh, we have to drive." Like, oh, great. So I was left with stacks of beer and basically a whole bottle of soju to finish off. And that was lunchtime. And since then, we got home. I had to do the FaceTime with my family in Scotland, and I had some more beer then. So, long story short, I'm absolutely hammered, but I thought I would do the live stream. Now, with regards to the timing of this, I am all over the place with where we are with regards to time. I believe the UK's clocks went back yesterday or today. America's have not. So currently, if my phone is correct, Bangkok 10:18 p.m., UK 3:18 p.m., and New York 11:18 a.m. Excuse me, hence the title of this live stream, which was Sunday morning / afternoon quickie. It may well be a quickie, I don't know for sure. A couple of talking points to get to and a couple of chats to pull up. So first of all, Jason, oops, there we go. Jason says, "Hey, hey," and I say, "Hey, hey," back. And Damien is here. Now, Damien, yesterday I went somewhere that you will find extremely interesting, and there will be a video coming on that very soon. I suspect this might be heaven for you, but please stay tuned and you will see the video of a tour of a shop that I really do think you will appreciate. Paul, hi Dean, hi to you, Paul. Red Room Diecast, good to see you, sir. Hi Dean, how's your trip going? Good. Oh, absolutely out of this world. I am so relaxed. And in fact, we've actually been here for just over 4 weeks, believe it or not. The time has flown by, and I haven't lost my temper once, which has to be a new world record for me. It's just unbelievable to be in a place where I'm so relaxed. I'm completely de-stressed and just loving life, which was not always the case this year, but it's all good and well right now. Aha! 1980s and Star Wars guy, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. So Damien is all ears. Yeah, I bet you are. Yes. I literally was in a place that I'm sure you would think of as being absolute heaven. And it's quite possibly somewhere that I may find to be heaven very soon. Again, can't give too much away. I will say this much though. I am struggling to keep up with the videos and the comments. The comments on YouTube, I always reply to comments. I think I'm like 2 or 3 days behind now because we were traveling and very busy. However, I have potentially 4 or 5 videos worth of footage in my memory card. I just have not gotten around to uploading yet. And yesterday was Thailand's Comic Con, which of course we attended. I suspected it would be very heavy on the Japanese anime, and I was absolutely right. So a lot of it right over my head. 1 or 2 things that made good sense to me, and a number of young cuties dressed up, which was always nice to look at. So I got filmed from that. But after that, we went for lunch. I think we did go for lunch at a different mall. And within that mall, there's a brand new shop in Thailand that is the first ever shop dedicated to this one particular franchise. That's all I'm going to say right now. Red Room says, "You found your center." Yes, absolutely. Yes, I did, which is quite something. Yeah, it's nice to feel welcomed somewhere. It's a welcome change. Loved all the hunting videos so far. Oh yeah, that's the thing. So let me just work this out in my head real quick. Today is, well, it's now Sunday night. I think, is today Sunday? Let me just check. Actually, yeah, today is Sunday. It's almost actually Monday here. So tomorrow, if I finish up that video and do it to Patreon first, so I'm guessing maybe Tuesday, you'll see a video of what it's like to go shopping for toys in the north of Thailand. So Tuesday, I think. It's half term in the UK at the moment, so I have a week off school. Oh, nice one. Good for you. Sounds awesome. Can't wait for the, yeah. So let me think about this. I've got, like I said, I've got a lot of footage in the memory card, and I'm completely lost as to what it is. So we got the toy shopping in Chiang Mai. That's definitely coming Tuesday to YouTube. I also have to reveal what I purchased in Chiang Mai. I got a few things up there in Chiang Mai. That'll be a separate video. The Thailand Comic Con's another video. And then another video is the special shop that I just talked about. So that's 4 right there. Still got more places to go to film. There's also going to be another toy fair kind of thing at one of the new malls here that I also need to go to. But anyway, a lot to get to. Monkey Boys Toys, good to see you. Hey, dude, sorry, can't stay. I'm in the middle of something, but we'll watch the replay later. Got a dash. No problems. You've got to do what you got to do. The uncanny Kyle Waka. Hello from New Zealand. Been enjoying your videos. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. IHB Deadly. Nice. Oh, thank you so much. Excuse me. I'm parched, actually. So we have 11 watching. That's understandable. I know it's not really a convenient time. Now, if I were to do live streams at my standard time, which is 3 p.m. East Coast American, as things stand, I don't believe the American clocks have changed, which would mean I would have to do it from Thailand at 2 a.m. But when the clocks change, that then becomes 3 a.m., which is not necessarily ideal. And the reason I'm not doing it at the moment at that time is because we're in the sister-in-law's condo and she works and I can't be, talking loudly and stuff. But when we do move permanently, I will definitely go back to my normal schedule of doing them at like 3 p.m. East Coast, which I believe is 8 p.m. in the UK. So, I understand why there's not so many folks watching this, because this is what Sunday morning. Again, I've got to keep referring to the phone because it's, so New York, 11:26 a.m., UK, 3:26 p.m. Excuse me. Like I said, we'll get back to normal as soon as possible. Glad I caught you. Well, thank you. I'm glad you're watching. It's funny to hear malls are big there, but malls in Canada and the US are dying. Interesting. Oh my. So, what's this? Sunday. So Friday, we were in Chiang Mai for 10 days. And when we were there, a brand new mall opened up not far from here in Bangkok. And we went to check it out. My God, what a stunning place. Just beautiful. And everything is so organized and so neat and tidy. And like you say, the malls are dying in the US. And from what I understand, the UK is not a whole lot better. Yeah, so true. Actually, yeah, you're spot on because prior to this trip, Mrs. 88 and I did go to the Staten Island Mall. So we're talking when? Probably early September. And yeah, it was dead. And the prices were extortionate. I remember picking up a Kenobi retro collection Darth Vader figure, and the price I think was like $18.99. So with tax, you're talking like $21 something. Who's going to buy that? But yeah, they were absolutely dead. There was no customers, and it's a shame, really. But even today, we took Thailand's equivalent of the New York subway into the center of Bangkok, and I took a short video. I'll post it later. And it's just everything is so clean. The passengers are polite, they're quiet. They have signs up, no food or drink allowed, and everyone obeys it. No one's playing music on their speaker. It's just such a joy to be here. And as you've seen from the videos I've done so far, the malls are immaculate. The toy shops are stocked. Everything is arranged neatly in order. It's just beautiful to see that. I can only assume that those malls offer something other than a shopping experience. The ones in Canada, at least in Winnipeg, offer nothing to attract customers. Yeah, there's a lot of great photo opportunities and tons of places to eat, which, yeah, I guess the ones in North America just don't offer that. Very run down. But I did say I would address a few sort of topics of the day. So, 1 second, please. I had a few folks ask me if I backed the Eternia playset. And the answer is absolutely not. If I'm going to be spending $600, which I actually wouldn't, but if I were to spend $600 on a toy, I am getting something like a vintage G1 Jetfire, something I really, really want, or maybe another $6 million man figure. Other things I would consider, obviously some really nice minty Star Wars vehicle, but no, for a modern toy that doesn't come out for what, almost 2 years, there's no way I am going to be forking out $600 waiting for 24 months for something modern. Nope, absolutely not. To those that did back it, good for you. I'm glad you can do that. Not for me, I'm afraid. So let me know if anyone here has backed it. I'd like to know your thoughts on the whole process. And from what I understand, there was some sort of bribe almost to make you back it immediately to get a figure that if you were to back it now, you would not get that figure, which I think is a bit underhand as well. How's the beer? Loads of different ones you don't see here. Well, funnily enough, there are a lot that you do see there. I'm seeing a lot of Budweiser and Heineken. But no, for me, I'm a big fan of Leo. I've been drinking actually too much of that. I could have watched that. But yes, there are tons of beer, but also as well, the supermarkets here all import a lot of stuff. So I've been getting a ton of things like Iron Brew, Monster Munch, cheese quavers, But best of all, I've been getting real, genuine British mature cheddar cheese, which you do not get in America. American cheese is terrible. All the good stuff I can find here. And in fact, the other day, Mrs. 88 and I did a quick reconnaissance mission at one of the supermarkets just to see if we lived here permanently, could I get the things that I love? And the answer is yes, I can. There's nothing that I want that I'm familiar with that I cannot get here. And in fact, there are more things here that I love from my time as a kid in the UK than you can ever imagine in America. So there is no question that everything I want is right here, plus things that I don't know I want just yet. Oscar Goldman's Exploding Briefcase, yes, definitely. But yeah, because as it stands, I have the $6 Million Man and I have Maskatron. I'd like to get them all at some point. But yeah, like I said, I'd rather spend my money on those things than the Eternia playset. Adrian, good to see you. Oops. Crowdfunding from multi-billion-dollar companies like Hasbro and Mattel is nothing but corporate greed. Companies that big don't need to crowdfund anything. Absolutely. Indeed, that is very true. And whilst I would never tell anyone what to do with their own money, if more people didn't back these things, maybe these companies would learn something. I don't know. I mean, I guess they learned it with the Rancor, right? Don't understand why they chose the Rancor, because for me as a kid, and I saw the Rancor, I thought, I don't want that. It looks horrible. I want shiny, not so shiny, but I wanted spaceships, not some weird turd-looking monster. But anyway. Do you have any plans for Halloween? Me and my friends are going to watch a bunch of classic Doctor Who. No plans, actually. And believe it or not, I cannot believe this. So, in Thailand, every shopping mall is a pretty much standard format where the basement is a supermarket and food courts. And as you progressively go up, the top floor is the movie theater, the arcade, and our first week here, there were big giant adverts for the new Halloween movie. I said, okay, we'll see that when we come back from Chiang Mai. So the other day at this brand new mall, beautiful movie theater, and they were advertising Halloween, but there were no tickets for sale. So we said to the guy at the counter, why are there no tickets? Oh, it's been pulled. What do you mean it's been pulled? He goes, oh, it was only in for a week. So Halloween, the movie, was pulled before Halloween, which makes no damn sense. Scott, good to see you. I'd wished I'd known you around 3 years ago. I knew that you wanted a G1 Jetfire. I sold a mint complete in box with paperwork for $350. Well, you did better than I did. I sold my mint inbox paperwork, unused stickers, only transformed at most 3 times. I sold it on eBay back in, I think it was 2002. I believe I got £180, and I was over the moon with that. But my God, I would do anything to have that back again. That was one of my life's biggest failures. I'm happy you said classic Doctor Who at 9. Yes, good. Yeah, good call there. Even had unapplied decals. Yeah, mine as well. The things we do. I mean, some of the stuff I sold in the early 2000s makes me cringe. All my Palatoy Action Men, Corgi Batmobiles, Action Force figures. Oh my God. Mask. Funnily enough, I didn't sell my Star Wars. That was going to happen when believe it or not, I brought all my Star Wars with me to America, but that all got sold in bloody 2005. James says, hello from Bangkok. Love that you're enjoying your time here. Ah, James, so you too are in Bangkok, I guess. That's awesome. Ken, hi Ken, dropping a quick hello and happy Halloween, and happy Halloween to you too. Damien says, as for crowdfunding, look at the USS Flag aircraft carrier playset from the 80s, available at mass retail, and all of them were sold and they were not cheap. All the proof that crowdfunding is BS. Absolutely. Yes, indeed. So we've addressed Eternia and that I am not, I've no interest in it. And also as well, who has the space for that playset? It's absolutely massive. And to be honest, I'm not seeing the $600 value in what they've shown us so far. Sure, it's quite impressive. It's got the monorail and stuff, but is it really worth I think and 600? But from what I understand, in certain parts of the world, it's closer to $1,000, which is absolutely insane for a modern toy. So Cogman's Law, good to see you. Oi, oi. Hope all is well. Yes, better than well. I don't want to say the best I've ever felt, but it's pretty damn close to it, has to be said. Especially after 3 years of more or less being stuck within a 2-mile radius of where I live in Brooklyn. To be here is just fantastic. I mean, the fact is, excuse me, I am more than comfortable walking down the street with a sizable amount of cash in my back pocket. I don't even think to keep checking it. Whereas in New York, my wallet resides in my front pocket because I'm so scared of pickpockets. None of that problem here, which is just wonderful. Anyway, next on my little list here, Andor. What do I think of Andor? No idea. Haven't watched it. Don't plan to watch it. And in fact, I did actually cancel the Disney Plus. I was doing it on the yearly subscription, and it was due to be renewed whenever the first season of Mandalorian aired. That's when I purchased Disney Plus for the first time. I think I got a deal of about $70. Renewed it last year, but this year I thought, what's the point? And the bottom line is, there are ways of watching shows without having subscriptions, if you know what I mean. So yes, not watched Andor, have no interest in Andor. The fact of the matter is, Rogue One I thought was okay, but again, it's one of these movies, we know they get the plans, so there's no real jeopardy involved. As for this Andor series, I guess it's a backstory. I really don't know, but we know that ultimately these rebels do obtain the plans. So I've no interest in it. And by all accounts, it's a very mixed reaction. Some people love it. Other people are bored by it. I don't really care, to be honest. For me, I would rather stick with my childhood memories of really enjoying the real Star Wars and not having that tarnished by this modern crap, which, let's be honest, most of it is. With the exception of Luke Skywalker appearing in The Mandalorian, I've not felt excited by Star Wars since I was a kid, and I have the good memories, and that's all I really do need. So yes, there you go. That's my thoughts on Andor. Anyone, please feel free to comment. Let me know what you think. Next on my list, the Black Series Star Wars figures, and I guess also the Halloween figures. But so first of all, these Black Series Halloween figures, absolutely ridiculous. And from what I understand, they're not even going to be shipped. Well, of course they're not, because tomorrow's Halloween. So they've announced Halloween figures that won't be available until, or they'll be shipped after this Halloween ends. So I guess you can probably enjoy them next Halloween. What's the point in that? The Christmas ones, though, I did get suckered in. I think it was yesterday, in fact, I saw on Twitter that you could pre-order the, I was going to say C-3PO, but it's listed as a protocol droid, but the red and green one, I did order that because I am a sucker for Christmas things. Speaking of Christmas, they've began to put up the Christmas trees here in Bangkok, and all the malls are getting decked out in tinsel and everything. It's just bizarre to be sweating your ass off in shorts looking at Christmas trees. It's bizarre, which is why we decided, or actually I decided foolishly, to do this trip in such a way that we would be back in New York to enjoy potentially one last cold Christmas. Although in saying that, I'm slightly regretting that decision because I was able to get the 3-month visa, and we could have stayed until the end of December. But I wanted to enjoy Christmas one last time in the cold, but I'm having such a damn good time here. I'm kind of regretting that decision slightly. And I am a little bit scared about going back to Brooklyn at the end of November, because it's going to be another massive culture shock to go from the highs of being here, seeing these amazing sights, having the chance to actually go into shops that sell toys, to go back to that horrible, depressing lifestyle. But I'll be going back knowing that we will definitely be back again here to live permanently. And furthermore, a couple of points to raise about living here permanently. So when we went up to Chiang Mai, it was mainly just to see how I liked living in the north. And the answer is not really. There's not enough happening. There's not enough interesting places to film. But there is a housing development there called Graceland. And I thought, my God, how cool would it be to say I lived at Graceland? And the houses that they're building, the house itself that we looked at was perfect. It really was perfect. However, there was no garden to speak of. It was in the middle of nowhere with no guarantee of good internet. And there were no shops or hospitals within, a good 20, 30 minutes. Completely not practical. And it's a bit of a bummer because, like I said, to say you lived at Graceland would have been so damn cool. I have the 3-month. I have the 3-month visa that I'm only using 2 months of. And again, as you say, I could have extended that further, but I wanted to get back to New York for just one last cold Christmas. So, yeah. In saying that, I probably could get it, or we could get flights back at the end of December, but I'd like to get back just to experience a cold Christmas for one last time. Scott says, I'm enjoying Andor. For one thing, it's what a lot of people have been wanting, new Star Wars stories without relying on legacy characters. I guess that's true, actually. Yeah. Although for me, I really do need to see the classic Stormtrooper in my Star Wars. And that's part of the reason I really don't like the prequels, because I hate those clone troopers. I guess that's a no for Tales of the Jedi too. Yeah, I don't even know what that is, but no. Just for the record, I've not watched any of the cartoons, which is what, Clone Wars. What's the other one? Don't even know. There was Bad Batch as well. Oh, Rebels. Clone Wars, Rebels, Bad Batch, not watched. I watched the first episode of the Book of Boba Fett and left that. I did watch Kenobi and thought it was kind of pointless. So yeah, like I said, I'd rather have my memories of childhood Star Wars. Andor is getting better as it goes on. Secondly, it's a deep, slow burn that isn't just relying on flash and special effects without integrity to the story. It's like watching a Jack Ryan movie like Patriot Games or Hunt for Red October. All right. Do what makes you happy. Life is too short. Yes, it is. Oops. Absolutely. Oh, there are plenty of legacy backdrop, like stormtroopers. Okay, just no Darth Vader or Obi-Wan. Okay, so if there are stormtroopers in it, maybe I could give it a go. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I guess I'm picky. Very true. Are you a big country fan? I got to be honest. Probably say no to that. I do remember them in the 80s, but as I'm sure you are aware that in the 80s I was bizarrely started out Adam and the Ants fan, then Motorhead and Iron Maiden fan, then Duran Duran fan, and then back to things like Iron Maiden and Motorhead. So no, I didn't really listen to a big country. And maybe you can comment. Didn't the singer, was it Stuart Adamson? Didn't he like go crazy and disappear or something? I don't remember. Next thing on my list. Okay. I am trying so hard to resist getting into new sort of modern lines of collecting because we all have limited budgets and I'm not able to buy everything that comes out. However, excuse me, I did get the email from Super 7 telling me about the Star Trek Ultimates. And I looked at the email before clicking on it. I thought, nah, I'm not interested. So I opened the email, and my God, those Ultimates look amazing. What is there's the Whoopi Goldberg, was it Riker, Data, and Locutus? I wouldn't bother with Whoopi Goldberg because she's just weird. But the three male characters are very tempting, but at circa $55 a piece, that's not really something I want to get involved with too much. They do look amazing though. And speaking of which, Ultimates that is, when I get back to New York at the end of November, I will be doing the mother of all unboxing videos because since we've been away, there have been so many pre-orders have been sent to my PO box, and it's going to be the case of there could be at least a dozen or so boxes to open, and I don't know which is in each one. So that could be exciting. But I know that I did pre-order way back when the Ghost Series 2 Ultimates of Papa Emeritus II. And I did order 2 of them because it's kind of sneaky how they give you the alternate head. And if you want to have both, you know, Papa in full makeup and without makeup, you have to buy 2 of them. And I was suckered into that. So yes, I do have those waiting for me, or they've been shipped, not been delivered yet, but a ton of my Batman 66 has already been shipped from Target. So got all that to look forward to, I guess. Yes. Yep. I remember that now. Yeah, very sad. I'm curious. Do they have antique stores or any charity shops there? Could be good places to check if they do. Okay, antiques, absolutely. Charity shops, no, I've not seen any. However, a place I want to go to is this Japanese store called, I think it's called Masaru. And I've seen videos from there, and they have a ton of used toys, vintage toys. So I'm very keen to take a look there and maybe make a purchase. Daniel Dorian, are you living at not really. This is like an extended trip just to make sure that I am able to live here. And the answer is yes, I am. without question. Absolutely no doubt in my mind that this is where I want to be. So we are looking to see where we could live. I don't know if you're late to this, but I did discuss earlier, there's a development up in the north in Chiang Mai called Graceland. I wanted to live there. House was beautiful, but it's just in the middle of nowhere. So we're thinking we're going to stick to maybe the Bangkok area, because that's where Mrs. 88's family is. And sister-in-law who we're staying with put forth a proposal that she could put money into a joint venture where we could design our own house and get it exactly as we want it. So that's something I'm thinking about. And she did say the best way of doing that is to buy a really old house on decent land, knock it down and start from scratch. And that does sound quite appealing, to be honest. Collins Law asks, yes, yeah, apparently he did indeed commit suicide. Daniel, hope it all works out. Oh, thank you, Daniel. Yeah, I think it is. It's been this trip has been a long time coming, and I'm just so grateful to be here. And the fact of the matter is that All Things 80s came out when April 2019. And each and every video was me sitting in that dark, dingy basement. And since we've been here, I've been out and about filming amazing things. It's such a contrast, and very thankful to be here and just enjoying everything Thailand has to offer. But more importantly, getting to see cool toys and things that I didn't know existed before, such as the Cayman Rider. I had no idea what that was. I've been doing a bit of research. Turns out there's a new movie in the theaters here, which we might go and see. But I've been collecting these lenticular Tazos for the Cayman Rider, which are really cool. And another one I didn't know about was Ultraman, which apparently in Thailand, and I guess Asia in general, is more popular than Superman. So I'm going to try and get a figure of a Cayman Rider. I believe there are tons of them, and one, or at least one, Ultraman figure. So yeah, there's just so much to see here and learn about. And also the Gundam scene. My God, I've never seen so many model kits for sale. Quite incredible. And I did actually pick up a couple of model kits from the shopping we did in Chiang Mai, and that will be a video, hey, let me think about this, later next week. So I'm guessing Tuesday the general YouTube viewership will see what it's like to go shopping for toys in Chiang Mai, and then we'll show you what I got. Do you think that next year you'll make the move, or years from that? No, it has to be next year. As things stand, we've got more places to look at. And if we don't commit to something on this trip, more than likely we'll have to come back again in the spring to make it happen. But for sure, next year, I suspect we will move here permanently. Hello, Jeff. Good to see you. James Coleman says you can watch Hanuman versus Ultraman on YouTube. Okay, thank you. I'll check that out. Daniel says, talking of toys, hope you can get that Evel Knievel video done then. You have to remind me, what is that? Did I say I would do a jump? Because here's the thing though, I have that beautiful mint, unused vintage Evel Knievel that I do not want to use because I don't want to damage it in any way. I have that one that was reissued a couple of years back, and I forget the name of the company. Was it like Hollywood or something, or West Coast. I forget what it is, and it's not really that great. But yeah, I would like to do an Evil Knievel stunt video at some point, but I don't know. Um, Jeff says, "Hope everyone is doing good after clawing back the hour with the change from British. Is that British Standard Time? Uh, yeah." And this is where it gets really confusing because the UK went back, America hasn't gone back yet, and I'm way in the future. It's all very, very confusing. Hopefully, it won't cost Tom. I don't know what that means. Oh, Daniel says, only joking, mate. I was referring to that vintage. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's staying mint. I'm far too afraid to send that one off. It's a beautiful example and has to stay that way. But as I said, the modern reissue it's subpar. Let's face it, it's not that well done. The figure is quite nice, but the bike itself does not really resemble the original. Ah, okay. Hopefully, it won't cost too much to ship your collection. Well, that's the thing. I'm not so much worried about the cost. I'm worried about them losing it. And I'm sure there must be some way of ensuring things. But there are the things that cannot be replaced. So I got to think about that. And who knows? Maybe it might take a couple of trips myself back and forth with suitcases filled with stuff that at least they're somewhat with me the whole trip, because some of that stuff was irreplaceable. Life-size Gundam is Japan. Yeah, I've seen some life-size. I've seen a lot of life-size statues actually here. Too many to mention. Even at the new mall that I mentioned, obviously it's the modern stuff, but they have like a massive life-size bumblebee just standing there in the middle of this mall. And in fact, maybe I have the picture I can share. They also have this giant 3D sculpted Optimus Prime up against the wall. Let me just see if I can quickly share that, if I can find it, that is. Oh yeah, I guess it's sideways. I hate having to show my phone on camera, but that's all, everything you see. So the Bumblebee is a statue, and Optimus is a 3D. Oh, God damn it, emails coming in. Optimus is a 3D thing on the wall. So that's part of a shopping mall in Thailand. So yeah, they do love their statues and whatnot. And I'm glad they do, because it's such a nice thing to see all these amazing franchises that we grew up with, albeit, that's modern Transformers, but nevertheless, it's still Transformers. And that's the main thing. Are you on about the reissue from California Creations? That's the name I was looking for. I was close. Did I say LA? Yeah, California Creations. Ah, Juan is here. Awesome. Good to see you. Juan is, of course, the first ever member on the YouTube channel. Speaking of which, if you're interested, you can join. I'm not allowed to say this, but there will be prize giveaways for members, some of which will be purchased and have been purchased right here in Thailand. Scott says, I was surprised that nearly everything you show in videos is in English. Yeah. I mean, there's no question that us as native English speakers are at an absolute advantage. Not most. A lot of Thai people speak English to a certain extent. So even if you can't speak a word of Thai, you can still get by here because most people, whilst they may not speak English, they understand English, which is quite nice. When I say life size, I mean these Gundams are exactly the same size as they are on the show, exactly 1-to-1 scale. You see them on YouTube. Yeah. Oh yeah. Even today at another mall, I saw this Buzz Lightyear statue, which completely dwarfed me. In fact, we took a picture because um, family do this yearly pumpkin carving contest, and for whatever reason, this year's theme was Toy Story. So there's me, of course, winning a mask because I'm indoors. But that was a massive Buzz Lightyear, which I'm sure is pretty much life-sized. Yeah, the statues everywhere in Thailand. It's quite nice. Um, Remember to give a like. Yes, thank you, Juan. The life-size Gundam of Japan is 60 feet tall. Wow. Yeah, they don't do anything by half measures, do they? So I've got a list here of things to cover. This was very much last minute. Like I said, it's not easy living with sister-in-law, but she's away for a business trip. So she's away. Mrs. 88, I think, is watching Thai TV in the living room, which is why I'm free to do this. Now, Thai collecting. So this what I'm getting at is there's every chance that if I am living here, which I will be, but there's every chance my collecting habits will have to change quite drastically because the things that we enjoy in America and the UK, so you got Mattel, Hasbro, who else? I don't even remember. But the point I'm getting at is these brands are more expensive here. However, the Japanese brands are very cheap here. Case in point, which will be revealed in the video, I guess, towards the end of this coming week, where I showcase what I bought in Chiang Mai. I bought a Bandai model kit from one of your favorite franchises, along with another model kit from something that was just recently discussed. So I got two model kits, and the total price was in dollars, $33. And from looking at Amazon, one of these model kits alone goes for about $60. So clearly, massive savings to be had. However, things like the McFarlane DC figures, the Mattel Origins figures are way more expensive here. Plus, funnily enough, much like America, the peg warmers for Origins, He-Man and Skeletor, and it's the original. When I say original, I mean the original Origins head sculpts, not the vintage head sculpts. I'm seeing these everywhere. But I'm also seeing a ton of Sunman for some reason. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why, but I can't say that. I'm so excited for the Legacy Armada Starscream. I actually don't know what that is. Again, I'm very strict with my collecting, whereby for me it's G1 or nothing. I don't have any modern Transformers. Again, those are quite common here. Excuse me. I'm not really familiar with the lines, but I did see, for whatever reason, Red Alert in the modern, is it like 86 line they call it? That one's been discounted everywhere. So it's for sale for about $19. I don't know if that's good or not, but I was tempted for a second. I thought, what's the point? I don't collect modern Transformers. The Gundam they have is the size of a 7-story building. Wow, massive. One of those life-size Gundams even transforms between unicorn and destroy modes. Wow. Yep, you were spot on. At least you'll be able to get the Batman figures from Australia even quicker. Yeah, that's actually true. I'm still, I mean, obviously this is in the past now, but I'm still somewhat annoyed that Target cancelled on me, and they ended up getting them from Australia anyway for not much more than Target were charging. Still don't understand why it is that the McFarlane things are, well, for me, are so slow to ship. Now, I'm not claiming to be the ultimate Batman YouTube collector, because I'm certainly not, but I do have everything at least once in the McFarlane line. And for the most part, I'm very positive, but I'm always the last to get anything. So I can't do good reviews because by the time I receive it, everyone's seen the other reviews. And as it so happens that with this trip, when I get back, it's the Bat Cycle, the Villain's Lair, was it Mr. Freeze, Black and White Batman, Black and White Joker, Alfred as Batman, and the Lunchbox set will all be waiting for me. So I guess when I go back to America, it's not all bad news. Starscream from Transformers Armada. He's my favorite incarnation of the character. Nice. I'm a fan of Gundam UC Universal Century since 1990. You know what? Since Damien and Juan are discussing Gundam, I did. Okay, I'm going to a big reveal, big shock reveal here. I did buy one. I'm not going to show it yet because that's part of my upcoming videos, but I need to make sure that I didn't overextend myself. And I know that Damien sent me a list of the varying degrees of difficulty of Gundam. The one I have seems to be the RX line. I think I've seen HG, but let me know, is RX the one for beginners? It looks like a beginner's kit to me, but please let me know, did I make a big mistake or not? But my first Gundam is an RX, so I'd love to know whether or not I've overextended myself. It's addictive, isn't it? Yeah, you've said that, Damien. I've got to tell you, some of the stuff I've seen on display, I understand why it does get addictive. I'd also love to get my hands on a Jukemon model kit. Again, I don't know what that is. I do apologize. Gundam X, but that's an exception. This is all over my head. Good to see you out and about. Best wishes, guy. Oh, Jeff. Oh, good to see you, Jeff. Yes, it is nice to be out and about. What a change it is. What a feeling of freedom it is to get out of there and explore the world. Jukemon is the Japanese name for Gallantmon from Digimon. Oh, again, I got to be apologizing. I am quite ignorant as far as these things are concerned. Hi. Beginners is EG grade. So, okay. What did I say I was? RX. Let me know, is RX okay for me or not? So EG doesn't need the use of any tools. All right. Speaking of tools, I did come prepared to play guitar in Thailand, and as such, I did bring a set of guitar strings, and these I use these to cut the strings. So let me know, is this type of thing, is that of any use for Bandai model kits? If not, I've seen the toolkits they sell, so let me know. Okay, RX is a great kit and it's high grade. HG. They are the easiest grade to build and perfect for beginners, so you got it right. Okay, thank you. That's good to know. Okay, RX. So hang on. high grade, so HG. This is all so confusing, but it's a whole new world for me, so maybe I'm going to have a great time doing this. I think the one you mentioned is RG Real Grade. You need to buy the cheapest from the nippers called the Hand of God. EG grade must be fairly sparse. Never seen an EG grade and wasn't even aware of them. Okay. Hand of God brand is the OP nippers. Austrac. Good day from Canada. Good day to you. So, I'm thinking if I go to 7-Eleven and buy a nail file, is that good enough to sort of smooth out any rough edges when you take it off the sprues when doing these kits? Because I do have two kits. One is obviously Gundam. The other is from a franchise we all love. And I want to make the best attempt I can, having never done these before. So let me know. I've got the clippers that might work. And if I buy a nail file, is that good enough to smooth things out? Please do comment and let me know. Tamaya do good sprue cutters, which are not cheap but reasonably priced. Okay. I have to EG and it's great for build and relaxed results are near to HG. Okay. Hey, Austrac. Greetings from Winnipeg. Okay, couple of Canadians there. Awesome. Sorry, I meant two. Okay. Right, gotcha. Right. HG high grade, RG real grade, MG master grade, PG perfect grade, and MS mega size. A nail file and clippers is all you need. Okay, so like I said, I'll go to 7-Eleven, pick up a nail file, and we're all good to go. My God, look at all these grades. Well, hang on. HG, RG, MG. So where does my RX fit into this? I'm really confused. Hand of God nippers cost $10 to $15. Wow. Fellow Winnipegger, Red Room, hello. A nail file will do, but get various grades, coarse and fine. Okay. Maybe it's like one of those two-sided, like emery board type things they sell. Great to meet you. Also, as Damien mentioned, EG, HG, and RJG are 1/144th scale. Oh yes, it's all kind of above my head, isn't it? Damien says RX is the name of the merch itself, not a grade. All right, you know what? I'm going to show. Well, hang on now. What about SD? Was that mentioned? I don't want to give too much away here because I'm trying to save it for a video. The side sticker's all in Thai. Oh, do excuse me for that. I'm very sorry. Everything else is in Japanese. So what about SD? Hang on. Hang on. It's got SD, Gundam, EX standard. And did you already mention EX or not? No, nothing about EX. So please help me out here. SD or is it EX standard? I don't know. I'm such a novice, but it's good to learn new things, isn't it? MG are the 1/100th scale. Okay, so those are getting a little bit bigger. Yep, two-sided emery or nail file will do perfect. Dean, check the box for any of those grades Damien mentioned. Okay, I just did. So I think I see something here. Captain Beefcake, hello, and hello to you. SD, super deformed, little Gundams with heads that are way oversized, and that is exactly what I'm looking at. So thank you. You know what? Fuck. Oops. I got this. So I'll do my haul video later this week. So you've already seen that's part of the haul. Another Bandai kit is from a different franchise, so I'm not going to show you that one. So I'm guessing, are these meant for like young kids? Possibly. So SD, super deformed. My God. And Juan just confirms that. Right, I mean, you can see the head of the robot is big. Yes, it's a big head. Okay, I keep bringing this thing out. I should probably just keep it out at this point. I've seen a number of these robots. Again, I don't know who they are. It's all new to me, but the same ones, some of these display cases have the same character in about 3 or 4 different scales and as the scales increase, so does the detail. So I'm guessing this is like the real bottom of the pile. Would I be right in thinking that true Gundam builders would look down on something like this? To me, it's a whole new challenge. I don't really care. In fact, you know what? It's got a big SD right there in the corner. So I should have known. SD, super deformed. Yeah. Anyway, hang on. Yeah, it's SD and it's not for kids. Wow. Absolutely, it's big. SD are more of a novelty item due to the size of the head. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Okay, here's the other problem about being here in Thailand. When I'm in New York, I really do struggle for ideas for videos. Excuse me, which is why most of them suck. Since being here, I'm overwhelmed with ideas. So, for example, I'll do a build video of this Gundam. And if I do that successfully, I will then progress to a slightly more challenging one. So maybe by the end of this trip, I'll be doing something a bit more intricate. And I also as well have the other Bandai kit to build, which will be interesting as well. Have you seen Welcome to Wrexham yet? No, but actually that's on my list of things to watch. I do love these behind the scenes documentaries. Especially enjoyed the Sunderland one because I'm pretty sure the producers thought they were going to get a documentary of a team who got relegated and what it takes to bounce straight back up to the Premiership. And when they got relegated again, those producers must have been rubbing their hands because they struck gold when that happened. Hello, Dean. Hope you're well. How's the house hunting going? If you don't mind me asking, of course not. I'm currently on my third hoose pint. Yes. House hunting, mixed bag. Went to the north of Thailand, Chiang Mai, where the development called Graceland is being built. However, the house was perfect. The location was absolutely not perfect. So that's ticked off the list. It's looking more and more likely we're going to be buying something in the Bangkok area, but more to look at there. But yes, we are also going to Hua Hin, which is like a seaside kind of place, just to take a look. But I suspect it's going to be a similar story where the nice houses are kind of in the middle of nowhere. And we are being spoiled by the fact that sister-in-law's condo here is in the perfect location with the perfect view. And it's hard not to want that, but could not afford to get this, that's for sure. I mean, as it is, I had to get my fingerprints scanned at the security desk so that I can open the doors to various parts of the building just with my finger. It's all very, very high tech here, actually. Dean, try to find an entry grade in Thailand you can build very easily. Just follow the one sheet instructions. The cost is like 10 to 15 bucks. So is that EG? Because I've seen a lot of, I believe it's HG grade. Please let me know what HG, if that's something that would be good for me as well. I've never seen so many fans since the takeover. Okay, so that's Wrexham. Yeah, interesting. Driving through town was a nightmare, yeah. The size of an EG is 1/144th. Is like 5 to 6 inches tall. I mean, I may as well just reveal this now, Damien, if you're still watching this. The place I went to yesterday was called the Gundam Base, and it's a shop that only sells Gundam, and they have well, again, I'm not talking from experience, but they had cases, glass cases filled with examples, and beneath the glass cases were the kits you could buy. And I saw everything from things, this size to, almost a couple of feet, I think. Again, the video will come out very soon. So if you're patient, you can watch that video and hopefully comment. That's unfortunate about the location, and I've been enjoying your content abroad, and your Twitter stuff is great. TIE Fighter Pilot is brilliant. Well played. Good luck with those Gundam. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, my God. The most amazing thing about this whole trip is the fact that I've still not lost TIE Fighter Pilot #1, and I haven't even touched #2, which is the backup. I was convinced I would have lost them way before now, but no, I've been taking good care of the guy, and he's had some nice photographs. HG is high grade, and it is for starting also 1/144th. Wow, so high grade. Yeah, you know what? Let me think. Today is Sunday. I mean, hang on. Wow, it's 11:24 p.m., so it's almost Monday. Excuse me, I do apologize. Yeah, this week I'm going to build the Gundam and then give you my thoughts on how that one went. And then once that's done, maybe we can try a slightly non-deformed Gundam, if that makes any sense. So we're up to date with the chat. Oh, I've done all my notes. My last note was there's just too much material in Thailand, and it really is the case. Aside from the toy side of things, there are so many videos I could make here, but it doesn't really make sense for a channel looking back at the 80s. Speaking of which, one second, please. An old video of mine has just taken off like you would not believe. So I've got to call up YouTube Studio on my phone just to get the information here. So back in, I guess, a couple of years ago, it must have been, I just put together a compilation of old Christmas TV adverts from the 80s. And it did okay at the time. But in the last 28 days, it's had 53.2 thousand views and a ton of comments, most of which are saying they would give anything to go back to the 80s. And it's reassuring to know that I'm not alone in looking back at the 80s with such fondness and sometimes wishing I could jump in a time machine and just go back and relive it once again, because let's be honest, most of us, I'm assuming, who are watching this, and me speaking right now, are of a similar age. And there's no question that things were quite magical back then as opposed to now. So, yeah, it's good to know that I'm not the only one who looks back on the 80s with fondness. Just starting my fourth pint of Tennant's and now munching on a packet of McCoy's. Brah. Do you know, I think I may have shared this or not on Twitter, I don't know, but do you know that a supermarket close to here has Iron Brew, bars, shandy, all manner of walkers, although they have the wrong Monster Munch. They have roast beef. Nothing wrong with roast beef. I like them, but come on, man. Pickled onions where it's at. Cheese quavers. They have all manner of Cadbury stuff. I bought a multi-pack of double deckers. It's like I'm in heaven here. I'm in a place where the weather is warm, the sun shines, the ladies are beautiful, and I can still get my favorite childhood snacks and drinks. I can then get my Thai beer extremely cheaply, and it's the best of all worlds, really. So, yes. But yeah, although I've not seen Tennant's, they have, obviously, they have Guinness, and I've seen a few cans of English bitter, but no Tennant's lager, unfortunately. Red Room, have to run, no problem. Take care, enjoy your trip. Take care, everyone. Enjoy your Sunday. Happy Halloween. Yes, happy Halloween to you too. Joe Dubecki, good to see you. Good stuff, man. Nice to see you in your environment. I pass on the drink, but stick with the green. Ah, okay. And you're not alone on the 80s, not by far. Yeah. Yeah, I'm very close to finishing my time machine. Yeah, well, when you finish it, pick me up. I would love to get there. You're only missing Tunnocks tea cakes. Yeah. You know what else? So I got myself a bottle of HP sauce. I've seen HP sauce in virtually every supermarket here. Branston pickle. A few weeks back, I got myself a bag of frozen wall sausages. Haven't had those in decades. In the freezer, I've got a pork pie. What else? Just everything that I enjoyed as a kid in the 80s, I can find here. Can't find it in America. Okay. Monster Munch beef are the lowest in the choices. Pickled onion and flaming hot are tremendous. Do you recall Highland toffee bars? Of course I do. That was, if I remember rightly, the wrapper was white with a piper and possibly a green sort of tartan design on the other half of the bar. However, if you had fillings in your teeth, the Highland toffee would rip those out for sure. Yeah, this generation is doomed. Absolute pansies, 100%. Yes. Damien says, once you get a handle on Gundam, I can see you getting into Macross too. Once you start down the path forever, it will dominate your destiny. Now, I think we discussed this before, but am I right in thinking that these Gundams are articulated in as much as once it's built, you can actually decide how you display it? And if that's the case, those probably are the ultimate figures to collect. Yeah, so let me see. I'm completely up to date here. We've been running for, wow, an hour and 15 minutes. Good Lord, where does the time go? Got a few more comments coming in. Yes, the Doom generation, absolutely. Highland toffee bars were really chewy too. Yep, they were extremely chewy. And am I right in saying there were a couple of options whereby there was the 2p one that was about, I guess, a couple of inches long? But was there like a much longer one? But I do remember like sucking on it and getting it warm, and then you would pull it out, and the whole thing would like be a big string of toffee. Those were the days. Yes, Gundams are fully articulated. Wow, awesome. And Damien backs that up. Yep, fully articulated When done, you wouldn't know it's a model kit if you didn't build it yourself. Fantastic. That is what I like to hear. I don't know, anyone out there have any knowledge or understanding of Ultraman? Because again, like I said, I see a lot of Ultraman, and I want to get at least one while I'm here, just to make it like a special thing in my collection. But I don't know anything about Ultraman. And Mrs. 88 tells me that she watched it as a kid, but she doesn't know anything about figures. So that's not much help to me. So if anyone can help me out there, that would be very much appreciated. Let me just check on the subscriber scene, because thanks to the popularity of that old video I did looking at the old Christmas commercials, things picked up here on All Things 80s like you wouldn't believe. Excuse me. Oh, so let me think about this. Wednesday night, went to bed. The subscriber count, I think, was 11,992. And I thought, okay, awesome. The following day, I'm going to catch it when it's at 12,000, take the screenshot, post my thanks. Well, lo and behold, the following day it was like 12,020 odd. So I missed that chance to get the round 12,000. I'm just looking at it right now, 12,198, so too shy of 12,200. I can't believe there are 12,000 people who would care to watch what I put out, because until recently, I don't think I've been doing anything worthy of watching. But now that I'm here and in a place where I can get out and about, hopefully more people will start watching, and who knows. Dean, if you like the old stuff, you will like Gundam 79. The 3 movies from the 80s are on YouTube. Awesome. Thank you. I'll check those out. Does Thailand have many vintage Star Wars, or is it mostly robots and Godzillas? Yes, robots and Godzillas. Funnily enough, I've seen 1 or 2 vintage collections, 1 or 2 Black Series, but primarily from America. It's all McFarlane's DC and Hasbro's Marvel Legends. Very little Star Wars, which is kind of sad, actually. Although I was at Thailand Comic Con yesterday and saw some amazing Star Wars things, but video of that coming soon. Sadly, don't know anything about Ultraman either. Yeah. They had ones covered in chocolate, and those... wait a minute. Now you're bringing back some memories. Yeah, the chocolate ones, you would end up just, I was going to say sucking off, but you would end up sucking, and the chocolate would, in fact, it wasn't even real chocolate, but it would just kind of disintegrate. You should watch Tokyo Toy Bastard on YouTube. He has a few videos of Ultraman. Okay, awesome. I'll do that. Ultraman is like Gundam. Many universes just try to stick to the origin stuff. Yeah, if I find a figure that I just like the look of, that'll be good enough for me. Don't know much about Ultraman, but Dave from Toy Poloi has done some videos on the line. Ah, awesome. I'll need to check those out. Yeah. Funnily enough, for whatever reason, Iron Man is the god of superheroes from our world in Thailand. Like everywhere you go, there's Iron Man. Every toy shop, Iron Man. Same with like the, I've not seen it yet, not really interested, but that modern Batman movie, was it this year or the previous year, with the boy from the, was it Twilight? That seems to be very popular in Thailand. 66 Batman, I've seen 1 or 2 things, not that great looking. Spider-Man, very popular as well, actually. Yeah. the one thing I bought from the Bangkok or Thailand's Comic Con was Spider-Man related. I don't know why I bought it. I guess I was suckered in by the words that it lights up. Again, that will be shown in due course. Don't want to give too much away here, because if I tell you now, no one will watch the videos. Yes, Robert Pattinson, that's the one. Yeah, tons of that stuff. So if I was to summarize Thailand's, I guess, sci-fi fascinations, Kamen Rider, Ultraman, Iron Man, and to a lesser extent, Spider-Man, Pattinson, Batman. Very little Star Wars. Very surprising, actually. No idea why they don't embrace Star Wars. The last of the Ultraman is Shin Ultraman. The movie was released a few months ago this year. Was it Ultraman? No. There's a Kamen Rider movie in the theaters here in Thailand at the moment, which maybe I'll try and watch. Again, let me see if I got them here. Yeah, so if you've seen my previous video, I've been buying up a ton of these things, which are like chocolate lined wafer tubes, but they have lenticular Tazos, which are kind of cool. So I've got a stack of these. So I'll be doing giveaways and whatnot, and those will be included, as will be some of those die-cast Tomica Star Wars things. I'm going to pick up more cool stuff to do giveaways and whatnot. So he asks, could it be a cultural thing? Quite possible. Is it possible that the people of Thailand don't take kindly to the almost monk-like persona that the Jedi have? Because obviously the monks here are gods, if you will. And maybe they look down or they frown upon the fact that, you know, Obi-Wan Kenobi, as Alec Guinness portrayed, was kind of monk-like. I don't know. I really don't know. Yes, try to watch Kamen Rider on theater for the experience. Yeah, and that's the other thing as well. I'm sure it's come across in the videos I've done previously looking at some of these malls. I've not been inside a theater yet, but I get the idea that they're going to be real high-end, really comfortable places to watch a movie. And the other thing is, I don't know, I'm not commenting on anyone who's watching this, but I think a lot of people out there still think of Thailand as maybe some kind of like third world shithole, and it really is anything but. I mean, I have seen the best cars, I've been to the best malls, the best restaurants. This is not third world. Yes, part of it is. Absolutely, there are poor parts of Thailand, but from what I've seen, this is a far higher class of living than anything I've seen before. It's quite funny. In some of these shopping malls, in the car park, they have zones specifically for supercars to park. And then they even have like zones for BMWs or Mercedes. So if you own a BMW or a Mercedes, you get to park in a special part of the car park, which is quite something. Where are we at? 1 hour 26. Well, we're going to go for 4 more minutes. So if anyone has any more questions they want to fire in, now's your chance. And unless I'm mistaken, I've not taken a bathroom break, which is quite something. That's 2 weeks, not 2 weeks, but 2 streams. How funny is that? That's 2 live streams in a row that I did not run away to use the bathroom. So that's quite something. Imagine that. And as I said earlier, Mrs. 88's friends definitely suckered me into drinking a bucket load. And I think I've done not too badly. I may have slurred one or two times, but it's to be expected, I guess. The Melvor, good to see you. Greetings. You just come. I'm sad to say things are winding down. We've got exactly 3 minutes to go. But I'm glad you came, though. It's nice to see you. So, if I get my dates correct, we can potentially do something during the week. Sister-in-law is away on business. However, excuse me, brother-in-law is going to come to stay at the condo. And again, to do a live stream that accommodates the American and the UK audience would require me to live stream at like 3 in the morning. It's possible, but probably unlikely on this trip. So it may well be another somewhat inconvenient time for most folks to watch. And I apologize for that. Once again, once we get back to New York at the end of November, we have December, and there will be the 80s Christmas party live streams at least once a week, maybe twice if you're lucky. Do you ever think you'll visit Scotland again? And what is the beverage of choice this evening? Yes, definitely will visit again. Not sure when, but tonight's beverage, as it has been for most of this trip, has been Leo, one of the Thai beers. I don't know why. I don't know how I came to love Leo, but I'm guessing, you know what? I do know how, because my first ever trip here was in May of 2017. And for whatever reason, sister-in-law gave me a pack of this, and ever since then, it's all I drink. Chang gives me a headache, and Sing is okay. In fact, I had some of that today at lunch, but this is what I choose. And it seems to agree with me, which is quite something, because normally I end up with a damned headache when I drink too much ale, but this one is working a treat. But this is the last one for tonight, because like I said, it's 11:44 at night. I've been at this all afternoon. Oh, here he is. Ben Stutley. Dean, hello. Just got in and checked my phone. Sorry, I've missed everything. I hope you're doing okay out there. Yes, Ben, awesome. Thank you so much. Yes, everything is great. It's wonderful, in fact. And I'm just trying to work out when I can do this again. And in case anyone's wondering why there are no guests or no companions on screen, because this was very much last minute, and I do understand that the timing of everything is not good for you folks in the Western world. It's very awkward to be streaming when you're 7 hours ahead of the UK, currently 11 hours ahead of the US, soon to be 12 hours. It doesn't match up, and it's unfortunate. But we'll try and work it out whereby we can I can do something that's more applicable to the Western world, which may require me going to sleep, setting an alarm, getting up, and then doing it. If that's what I have to do, that's what I'll do. Oztrack, glad I could catch this stream. Have a great one. Oh, thank you for watching. Awesome. And that's probably as good a way to end this as we could have. Thank you all who tuned in for this. Again, very much last minute. I apologize for the fact that I'm not able to do streams at the normal time that people can tune into. We'll get around that in the future. Likewise, when I'm back in New York for December, we'll be back on track with the live streams, and then it will be the live Christmas parties. Still not worked out what that's going to entail, but it will be fun, I'm sure. So it's 11:46 in Texas. Yeah, that's not too bad. 4:45 here. Got to work at 7:30 a.m. tomorrow, so I think I'll cut myself off after my 6th pint. Nice. I got to see you having a fantastic time. I'm looking forward to more videos and live stream. Awesome. Thank you, man. Uh, thank you for streaming. Well, thank you for watching, Juan. I really do appreciate that. So, in conclusion, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully, I made sense. I am, as they say in Thailand, Mao Mac Mac, which means extremely drunk. With that being said, I think I've done not too badly. I think I only swore once, which isn't too bad. Hi to all in chat. All the best, everyone. Thanks. Nice one, Ben. Same hour in Panama. So there we go. Thank you all for watching. And we'll do this again, possibly, but no guarantees. But we'll do this again during the week. Thanks for the stream and chat, Dean. Good to catch this one and enjoy your latest videos. Have a great time. Oh, thank you, Jeff. Appreciate that. So I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you for watching. Very much appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up as you exit and all that good stuff. And as I said, I'm guessing on YouTube Tuesday, I don't know what time because I'm all messed up, but there will be a video showing what it's like to go shopping for toys in the north of Thailand. And after that, the video will show you what I bought in the north of Thailand. But in the meantime, thank you so much. And we'll see you next time. And there's Juan with one more. Have a good night. And you too have a good night. See you, everybody. Possibly during the week. If not, just watch the videos. Anyway, peace out. Thank you.